So you're on Lemon8 and you need content today, but you don't have time for a full photo shoot. What do you do? Let me show you a trick to create content in under a minute. It's really easy to do. And then you can have a carousel that you're putting out on Lemon8 that people can swipe through. We know that carousels are incredibly important because we have that focus on static images in a series that people can swipe through to learn something or to have some kind of action step. And so we're going to be focused on a text-based post that still has some pretty photos that are going to take you less than a minute to create. So let me show you how to do this. All you have to do is set your phone up on a tripod. You can put it on a phone mount. You can prop it up on something and you're going to film yourself doing something. It doesn't matter what it is. We're just getting B-roll footage that you can then use later for a video. But for now, we're going to use it for the photos. Now we talk a lot about how you can be making content on your own without anybody's help by setting up your phone and taking easy photos. And I recommend if you're using these for thumbnails, if you're using these for something like social media, you can just film a video and take screenshots of that, of the best screens, so that you don't have to run back and forth. You don't have to use a remote shutter release or a clicker. You don't have to constantly be checking things and then likely missing the good shots. By scrolling through video footage and getting the screens that you like, you're going to get exactly what you need. But this also means a higher level of images that you can be creating. Now, these are not the quality that you're going to be putting on your website or putting up on a billboard. This is something for social media, and it's going to be really easy for this. So you're going to set up your phone and you are going to start filming yourself. This can be anything. It can be just a 30-second clip of you doing something, from getting your breakfast ready in the morning. So set it up in the kitchen, put it on your kitchen counter, and you're just going to get the cereal, you're going to get the bowl, and you're going to put it together. 30-second clip, that's all you need. You can do something like going out to your car and you can pose in your car and take different angles. You can pick up your Starbucks cup, whatever it happens to be. You can get out of the vehicle. You can walk around the vehicle. We're being smart about safety if you're doing things in your everyday life. So don't show your license plate, don't show your house number, don't show your keys. You get the deal. But you're just going to show something in your everyday life. I could even do something where I am filming myself setting up my ring lights in order to film. I might be picking up my camera. I might be going through images. Everything I do is just in a short increment. So whatever you are doing, brushing your teeth in the morning, getting your makeup ready, doesn't matter what you're doing, as long as there's some element of movement in it so that your hands or your body are going to be at different angles for those screenshots, you're good to go. 30 seconds, no more. You do not need a long video for this. Now again, you're gonna be able to use that footage for a video later on, but let's tuck that thought away because now we're going back in to take those screenshots. But before we do, this is where the main point comes in. Now, typically, if we were just taking pretty photos from those screenshots, if we were creating pretty video, we would leave it be. But not for this, because for this, we are doing a text overlay, educational, instructional, or entertaining post on Lemon8. So you actually need your text to be the focus. So what we see a lot of times on Lemon8 is that people have that reduced visibility of the photo in the background, which is what we want, and then bright words in the front. These are likely going to be white-based words with a big header, a hero graphic here with the text, and then smaller text to give information on this. And all you're going to do is go into your editing. This can be available to you on any of your phones. I'm using iPhone. You can use whatever it is, but everybody has these settings. So you're going to go into edit and you're going to go to your exposure and drag it down. Don't go too terribly dark, but enough that it's very clearly muted, because remember, we're putting text over this. So you want it to look dark to you. It's going to look really good and magazine quality when you are putting those text overlays on it in a minute. So now you're going to drag down that exposure, and if you want, you can also play with some of the other buttons, so you can use your black point, your brightness, all those things to make it crisp and clear and however you need it, and really drag those different colors down so that it's a little bit more muted. Again, don't go too terribly dark, but dark enough that it's noticeable, because that's what we do in the world of curated content. We drag that down and then we put the overlay in front of it, and that's what people focus on while still being able to see the image in the back. So now that it's dragged down, you are going to go through and you're just going to scrub through your footage, and you are going to be able to then take the screenshots that you want. So the exact right angles that you're looking for, those are the ones that you are going to be using inside of this album. Go through, snap whatever you like, and then you're going to pick 3 to 7, maybe if it's a really long post, 10, but let's try to keep it like 3 to 7. And for this, you're gonna have 3 main points plus a header graphic, so that's going to get people's attention. So 4 main images or up to 8 images. Now from here, you're going to have images that are slightly different, but in the exact same setting with the exact same coloring. This is exactly what we're looking for. So now on your first graphic, you are going to tell us big, bold, and clear exactly what we're going to be learning inside of this album. That's what's going to get people to click on it. From there, you're going to have just very similar images in the background, but they're going to be at slightly different angles so that it's very clear that it looks like you just did a photo shoot, a lifestyle photo shoot in that space. And remember, we're just doing everyday things. This is not posed. This is not like a big, huge thing. We are simply getting in the real life moment content, and you're going to be creating that as these images. This is going to go over really well. So big white bold letters or light pastel colored letters tell us what we're going to be learning, and then in the subsequent follow-up images inside of that carousel, you are then going to be able to deliver the points, 1 point per slide that you're going to be doing. This can be big, this can be little, and if you're short on time, just try to think of really easy tips. 3 things that all photographers should know. 3 things that all candle makers should know. 3 mistakes I learned at the beginning of my business. 4 things you should avoid when going to a location, whatever it happens to be. And it can just be 1-sentence things that you are putting out on these subsequent slides. From there, you can wrap it up. You could say follow for more. You can do a call to action. You can ask a question, but this is going to be a really easy way for you to create content. So now in 30 seconds or less, you have set up your camera, filmed what you're doing. All you have to do is drag down that exposure, then take some screenshots, and now you could pick your couple of favorites, and then you're going to import them into Lemon8, and you are going to add your text there, or you're going to add them in one of your graphic designs. We've got tutorials on how to do some of those things linked down below, both in Lemon8 and outside of Lemon8, so you can easily craft the content that you want for the platform to make sure that you are getting content that is also reusable on Instagram and your YouTube community, and sometimes even over on TikTok, because now they're weighing more toward the side of allowing us to do photos. In fact, there's a photo tab inside of TikTok right now that allows us to feature our photos. So photos are going to make a comeback. We're seeing the swing back toward those. Easy content creation in under a minute is going to change the game for you. So if you're ever in need of content, real quick 30-second photo shoot, lower that opacity, lower the exposure on that one, take the screenshots, put your words over it, and go. It is so easy to do, which means you can have content every single day, because every single day you function in some way in your life, be it brushing your teeth, doing your makeup, getting ready for your shower, or you are picking up clothes from your closet, you're sitting at your computer typing, whatever it is, film those little B-roll clips and then use those B-roll clips later on. Now, one more pro tip, because we changed the exposure on this, it will be a darker video. In most phones, and I think in all phones, you have the ability to revert it back to the original. So don't feel like you are going to be wrecking this if it's something that you're worried about. You're not. You can fix that, but if you are, just duplicate the video. You can duplicate the video very easily and then mess with the second one if you really want to make sure you've got a copy that's not going to be problematic for you later on. Follow along for more tips and tricks on how you can thrive on Lemon8. It's a brand new space. Very few people are on it for competition. Lots of people are scrolling, but not a lot of people are creating, which means now is the time for you to become an authority and incredibly popular in this space. And we're breaking down tips and tricks on how you can be spending less time creating your content so you can make more money from it. We will see you in the upcoming episodes as we help you to navigate TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, live streaming, and now Lemon8 to make sure that you are thriving in this space, making it your most profitable year ever.